Good evening, everyone. So, firstly, I want to thank each one of you for taking time to join this webinar about FE Civil Exam and Batch 7. And I also want to thank Bhavanam C2C team for their incredible work to support students by conducting all these learning sessions and free webinars, and also introducing important software skills for students to perform better in their careers. So with that, let's dive into today's presentation or webinar about FE Civil. Let's quickly take a minute to see what we are going to discuss today. So today I'll just introduce myself, and then I'll discuss about my FE and PE journey. And then we'll discuss about other webinars that Bhavanam is conducting, and then why FE and PE exams are important, and the exam details and content, and then specific details about Batch 7. And then I'll just quickly show you the candidates who cleared FE exam in the past. And then, yeah, we'll be open to any questions. So let me just introduce about myself before jumping into other things. So myself, I'm Vinit. I'm an associate engineer working in the States for last couple of years. I went to school at ASU, got my master's degree in construction management and technology, and has a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from NIT Warangal back in India. I have experience working with both the contractor side as well as the engineering side. So coming to my examinations for FE and PE, I cleared my FE exam when I was in my third semester at ASU. I wasn't actively applying for the jobs at that time. So with just one semester left, I realized I needed to secure a full-time job before getting out of college. So I decided to prepare for FE exam seriously starting in maybe November or early December 2023. So I committed to studying about 6 to 8 hours a day for an entire month during the Christmas break. And by January 2024, I sat for the exam and passed the exam. So shortly before giving my exam, I had a casual conversations with few other people working in the industry, and also had an interview with the company. So the company that interviewed me told that I need to clear FE exam in order to provide me with the internship opportunity. So right after I cleared my exam, I got a call back from that company saying they offered me an intern. So from there, it's all pretty smooth for me for my full-time job search. I received multiple offers and ultimately choose to join the company that I felt like had a lot of scope to grow myself personally. And so the key takeaway here is passing the FE exam opens doors, but you still have to look for the opportunities or apply for the opportunities. So coming to my PE exam, I cleared my PE civil construction exam in June 2025. It's been 9 to 10 months now since I passed it. So I cleared both my exams, FE and PE, on the very first attempt. So like, in my opinion, both the FE and PE exams are neither too easy nor too tough, but they do definitely require some sort of consistency and discipline with your preparation. And if you put in that effort, you'll definitely pass the. So yeah, passing FE exam helped me get an internship, and then that helped me get a full-time job. So that's all about me and my FE and PE journey. I'll go through the presentation, and then I'll be open to discuss any questions you guys might have. So with that, we'll jump into the next slide. So this is another workshop that Bhavanam is conducting to help students with the job search or job preparation area. In this, we'll discuss things like how to build a resume and portfolio to showcase your skills and projects you worked on before, and also how to optimize your LinkedIn profile to get noticed, and how to network with people or recruiters. And finally, we'll discuss about the job application strategies and other interview tips. So this webinar will be led by Mr. Akhil Abbas. So we feel like he's a good fit. He has a good amount of experience in the industry to help you guys with all the tips and tricks to acquire the full-time jobs or even with the internships. So the price for this workshop or webinars is $20 for first 25 students. And after that, it will be $50. And you can reach out to the management regarding any further questions you might have about this workshop or and if you want to know any other specific details about this workshop. All right, so yeah, let's jump into the main concept or the main presentation. Why does FE and PE matters? So I'm sure most of you guys already know about it, but the FE Civil or the Fundamentals of Engineering exam is a first step towards becoming a licensed professional engineer. So passing the FE exam earns you the title of EIT, and eventually passing the PE exam earns you the PE designate. So with that license or with the PE license, you can legally sign, seal, and deliver engineering drawings and other engineering calculations. So why this is important? Why does PE stands out, and how does this PE license will help you? So here I have 4 different bullet points, and I'll discuss about all of these in detail here. So the first one is you get the legal authority and responsibility. So I mean, only a PE can approve engineering drawings for public works or city works or county jobs, any of those stuff. And you get the credibility and career mobility, meaning employers and clients view PE as a mark of competence, and you'll have that credibility in your career. And you'll get a competitive advantage, meaning your resume will immediately stands out if you have a PE license or FE certification. You could imagine the number of students graduating every year or every semester. In order to beat that competition and stay ahead of them, you need to have a solid resume or solid certification like FE and PE. The last point is expanded career paths. I mean, your career could grow exponentially and could be a project manager or senior engineer, or you could even be an independent consultant, start your own firm if you have a PE license. So you get all of these advantages if you become a PE. And that journey begins by clearing the FE exam at the very first step. So in order to get PE license, clearing FE exam is a first step, and then you enroll for the PE exam and then get the. So that's the reason why FE and PE does matter to all of us. All right, so here I have a slide that talks about the FE exam details. The first thing is the examining guide that you can just go into that link, and I got that from NCEES. So if you just download, there's a PDF with a bunch of papers. You can just go through each and every step, and that guide explains in detail about the exam, the FE exam, and all the other streams of the exam. So FE exam is Fundamentals of Engineering exam, and this is the first step towards PE license. That's what I talked about so far. And this is conducted by NCEES. So NCEES conducts the FE exam and also the PE exam. And it's a computer-based test. We'll see how many questions are will be given in the exam and all those details here. So the first thing, registering for your exam, like you need to create an account, NCEES account, and that's free of cost. And then you need to register for the exam and pay for your exam. And then you can schedule for the exam. Once you schedule the exam, you have 12 months to take your exam. And the examination fee is $225. And any rescheduling or cancellation fee is $50. And that should be done 48 hours prior to the scheduled date and time. If you do it before 48 hours, then you get that $50 deducted out of $225, and you'll get the leftover amount credited back to your same mode of. All right, so NCEES exams are offered in the testing windows throughout the year. So these NCEES exam will be conducted throughout the year, but they divided that into 4 different testing windows, meaning January to March is the first window, and then April to June is the second one, July to September, and October to December. And let's say if you have given your exam in February, then you can't, let's say if you fail the exam, that means you can't give your exam in month of March. You can give in the next coming testing window, that is in April to June. And NCEES policy states examiners may attempt a particular NCEES exam 1 time per testing window. So that's what it is. And no more than 3 times during any 12-month period. Like in any year, you are only allowed to give 3 times, and not more than that. And regarding the result, you either get whether you are passed or failed after you give the exam. If you're passed, you can just go into your NCEES account and then just check your result that says passed. And if you're failed, then the NCEES will send us a detailed diagnostic report that shows what is the average marks of each and every subject and what is your score with compared to that average score. So they'll give you like a detailed report for each and every subject, and that will be shared with you through NCEES through email, or I think you can also go into NCEES account and look for that detailed report. But they don't give you any marks or any of those percentage kind of things. So if you're, they'll just give you pass or fail, and if you fail, they'll give you the diagnostic report. All right, so here is just the graphical or the chart kind of representation for what we discussed so far. The first step is to register on my NCEES, get an account created, and then pay the exam fee, which is $225. Get the authorization from the board that you're applying, and then you can schedule the exam using Pearson VUE Center. This is nothing but a scheduling or the examination center people that conduct all of the NCEES exams. So that's that. All right, so preparing for the exam day at the test center. So these are just the exam day tips. Or the following items are allowed into the testing room. I took all of these from the NCEES website itself, so you can always go and look into that if you need any further details about each of these bullet points. So the ID issued during the admission process will be allowed to take with you along with you into the testing room, and the calculator will be allowed, but that needs to be with the that needs to comply with the NCEES calculator policy. I have that in the next slide. So key to your test center locker. So basically they'll give you a locker to put all of your stuff before going into the exam. So you can just carry that key to the examination center along with you. And then they'll provide you with the reusable booklets and markers that will be supplied by Pearson VUE. You don't need to take any rough sheets or pen and papers. So eyeglasses will be allowed without the case, and light sweater or light non-outerwear jacket will be allowed with you during the exam. And this is the calculator policy. I just took a snip of the calculator policy, but if you go into NCEES, you will have a detailed report where you can just go through what type of calculators will be allowed. So if you're using Casio, all of these models will be allowed during the exam. And if you're using HPs, then HP33S and HP35S models will be allowed, but not all of the other HP calculators. The same with the Texas Instruments. If you're using Texas Instrument calculators, all of these models are allowed, and the others won't be allowed during the exam. So before you even buy a calculator or using the calculator one you have, just double check with the calculator policy and then try to use that one, which is allowed to take during the testing. So exam content. So most of the questions you see on the exam are in the traditional multiple choice format with a single correct answer type. But however, the exam also uses other item types that would be multiple correct choices where you have multiple answers to select out of given options, and point and click type where they'll give you some sort of click and select type of options. You just need to click that and drag it into the correct answer. So that's what the drag and drop type 2. And then fill in the blanks, they'll just give you some type of numerical response where you need to input the answer, whether it is in decimals or other type of numerical answers. So that's the fill in the blank type questions. And then digital handbook will be provided, and this is the greatest plus during the exam. The digital handbook will be provided throughout the duration of the exam. And you can make use of Ctrl+F function. That's just the search function that you could use during the exam within the handbook. So if there is any keywords in the question, you can just put that keywords into the handbook search function, and that will prompt you to the handbook page number where you have the perfect formula that you can use. Coming to the exam details, you'll be having 110 questions, and the total appointment time is 5 hours 55 minutes. And you'll need to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which takes 2 minutes to do it. And then you'll have a tutorial for 8 minutes that will tell you how to navigate between the questions and how to select the answer and how to submit the exam at the end. So that's nothing but the tutorial, which is 8 minutes. But the actual exam time out of 5 hours 55 minutes is just 5 hours 20 minutes. So if you divide that with the 110 questions, you'll get approximately 2 minutes 54 seconds for each single question you see in the exam. And some questions might even don't take that long. Like for ethics and some theory-based questions, you will be able to solve the questions in 1 minute or something. So you'll have that extra time to use to solve other numerical, and you'll have a scheduled break of 25 minutes, which you can or cannot take it. That's up to you. You may or may not take it. So if you're interested, you can select for that scheduled break, which is 25 minutes, and then come back and then see another set of questions. So that's the scheduled break. And then, like I told you, this is a computer-based test. All right, so the next slide is who should consider taking a prep course. So busy professionals, working professionals, or students who are weak in fundamentals, and those who already failed once, and those who are running short of, like everybody wants to give the FE exams or the PE exams as soon as possible to grab those internship opportunities or to land up with a full-time job. So yeah, all of those professionals should consider taking a prep course. And how is it different from self-study versus prep course? So you get a structured study plan. We give you a clear roadmap on how to prepare and what to prepare, and no confusion about what to study and when to study, all of these topics. So basically, it saves a lot of time and reduces the stress. And then instead of guessing what to study, you'll have a proven plan. That's what I figured when I was preparing for my exam. I spent nearly 15 to 20 days just trying to understand the syllabus. And even if I started studying, I would feel like, am I on the right path or am I doing the right practice questions? So for those reasons, I feel like prep course will really help you. And the next thing is you'll have the expert guidance who have already given the exam. So courses are designed by instructors. So we have instructors who passed the FE exam, and we have one instructor from India who did his studies from an IIT, and he has extensive experience in teaching. So he knows what he's teaching, and his lectures will be interesting, and he's teaching from last 6 batches. So we have successfully finished 6 batches in the past, and we have a good number of students clearing the exam, good to go prep courses. We explain all the difficult topics in a simple ways, and we'll try to solve multiple questions if the topic is a little bit difficult, and also we'll share shortcuts and exam focused strategies. We also share cheat sheets and other tips and tricks after the sessions and discuss about the tricks that you can use to solve the questions, and also how to use the calculator effectively. So using calculator will help you save a lot of time during the exam. So you'll basically learn what actually matters for the exam if you take the prep course. And you'll have access to the study material where you'll have lots of practice problems. We provide 45 questions for each topic, and mock tests will also be provided. We provide 3 full-length tests that will exactly simulate the final testing exam. And you'll get the real exam practice, and you'll see the timed tests. You'll have the CBT style questions in the portal. So you get used to the real exam environment before the actual test. And you'll be having a regular schedule, so this course keeps you consistent with your preparation. And the faster learning and fewer mistakes means you learn from others' mistakes. We try to tell where NCEES tries to trick students and help us avoid those common mistakes that a normal student does. And like the last point here, as a support system, we provide support system not only with your preparation, exam preparation, but also regarding your career-related queries and concerns. Instructors and management support will be there if you need anything. And like I said, you're not preparing alone. We have WhatsApp groups once you enroll the courses, so everybody can discuss and learn from each other and share the knowledge and share the questions and other important tips and tricks. So that's the benefit of taking a prep course rather than just doing a self-study. All right, so this is just a flyer that we created for batch 7. We successfully finished batch 6 batches before, and then we're about to finish the crash course as well. Yeah, we'll discuss about each and every topic for civil engineering subject-wise, and then we'll do a handbook review. We'll jump into the handbook each and every time you're trying to solve questions so that you'll get a habit of using handbook and you know where each and every formula is located in the handbook. Like I said, we'll provide 45 practice questions for each topic and 3 sets of full mock tests. That is 6 hours exam. That will exactly be like your final exam. And we highly recommend taking those full-length mock tests after finishing all the practice tests and after finishing the whole syllabus, so that you'll get to see all the different questions from each and every topic, and your brain will tune to the final exam. And we'll also have the calculated training with tips and tricks. Like whenever we are solving some questions, we'll tell you how you can use your calculator effectively so that you can save a lot of time during the actual exam. And like I said, we have the instructor support all the time, and you'll get the help that you need. So the price for the live course is $350, and this is a 4-month live training course. The timings will be 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. CST. And if you have any further questions related to Batch 7 registration or enrolling into the recorded sessions, any of those type of questions can be reached out to the management. Here we have a WhatsApp number that you could reach out to, or you can just send them a DM on Instagram or any other modes of social media. All right, so before jumping into that, I just want to quickly discuss a few exam day strategies. I'll share a few strategies that I used. So practicing the full-length tests before the exam day is very important. Like I said, we provide 3 full mock tests. So tracking the number of mistakes you make, especially with the unit conversions, that's a really good thing to track your silly mistakes and aim to reduce those errors if you're giving the exam for the next time. So like in my case, I was just doing like 10 silly mistakes on the very first exam or the very first mock test exam I gave after my preparation. So I looked into my solutions and I was able to figure out I did 10 mistakes that are just silly. Whether it is be just looking at the question and writing something different. If there is 45 miles per hour given in the question, I might just note down 50 miles per hour. I don't know why. We are humans, we make mistakes. So those are kind of silly mistakes that we can aim to reduce just by looking at your solutions and track down those mistakes. That will help you get an extra 5 to. By the time I gave my 3rd mock test or 4th mock test, I was just doing 1 or 2 silly mistakes. So I was able to solve or save that 8 questions just by evaluating myself, tracking the number of mistakes I made. So giving the full-length test is very important before you go to the. And we have this live course designed extensively for people like you guys so that you get habituated to use the handbook and know the tips and tricks and get the exam pass. So that's the Batch 7 and the exam details. And here we have very few students that cleared the exam. These are just a few among all the other passed. We don't have the students who passed the exam as well. So these are just a few among who cleared the exam in the past, taking our prep course. And then here are the common FAQs that most of the students asked me in the past. So the first one is, can I take the FE or PE exam if I don't live in the US? Yeah, some of the current locations where NCEES exams were offered is in Canada and in Egypt, Japan, Korea, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, Turkey, the UAE offers PE, FE exam and PE. And each location will be administered by a different partner, maybe Pearson VUE and maybe different. And a few important things to keep in mind if you're enrolling to the exam from another country is eligibility rules might differ. So you need to look into the state board before applying to the actual exam. And passing the exam doesn't automatically grant you the licensure. You need to go through the process with the board approval. That's when you get the certification or the license. And requirements can differ depending upon the education you have and the experience you have. So if you're outside the US and thinking to take about the exam or licensure, the first step is understanding where you can test and which board you plan to and apply. And so that's that. And then, can I take the exam before the education verification is done? Yeah, like somebody else in the group asked here. Yeah, you can definitely take the exam before even you do the education verification through NCEES. That's what I did when I was giving my FE exam. So does NCEES allow calculator on the exam day? Yes, it is allowed, and you have a calculator policy in the NCEES website itself. What type of calculators are allowed to take during the exam? And does NCEES provide the handbook during the exam? Yes, you'll have a digital handbook throughout the exam. and you'll have search function to use as well. A live course price details, like I said, $350. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can always reach out to the number provided here. Just make a note of it or take a screenshot, and you can just reach out to them after this session or maybe sometime down the line if you have any other further questions regarding the course or what type of questions will be provided or regarding the pricing, any of those. So I'm open to questions if anybody has anything about the FE exam or course details or any other general questions related to FE exam.
So basically, you are trying to say, if I take the FE exams, then basically, if I pass, then I can proceed to take the PE exams. And that PE exams, the results is valid. I mean, to what extent, or it's a lifetime examination. Pass that you get really.
So for the FE and PE exam, if you give the exam and pass it for one time, then it will be for your lifetime. You don't need to
Okay.
give the exam again. But the thing is, once you apply your, let's say you passed your FE and then sat for PE exam and then you cleared it and you got your whatever the experience that the state board is asking, and you were able to get that license from that particular state. Let's say you got the license in 2026. That means some states might require you to renew your license at some point of time down the line. But that means you don't need to give the exam again. You just need to renew your license. You don't need to renew your examination. So it might be just attending few sessions or just trying to show the NCEES record is up to date and then pay whatever the amount they ask for in order to renew your license. But yeah, your exam will be valid for lifetime. You don't need to give the exam.
Understood. Thank you.
I have a question. My situation is a little unique. I'm an engineer with 28 years of experience. I've graduated since 1998, so I have plenty of experience to back me up. So now, is it possible that I can take the FE and then go right into the PE exam because the information would have already been fresh in my head and I could just go and take the PE immediately?
Yes, if you pass your FE exam, you can just schedule your PE exam whenever you can. So that it allows you to do that. And that's the good thing to do. Like if you're preparing for FE exam, once you clear that, the most of the topics that you see in the PE exam will also be covered in the FE exam. So you don't need to go back again and look into each and every topic. You just need to do a detailed study of each and every topic that is given in the PE exam. So yeah, you can definitely give your PE exam as soon as you pass the FE exam.
Do they do you also provide PE preparation as well? Because there are some states that will waive the FE exam because of the amount of years of experience that you have.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can directly go and take the PE exam because you meet the experience requirement. Do you offer PE course preparation?
No, unfortunately, not right now. We are planning to do that maybe sometime down the line, maybe in the future, but currently we are not offering any PE prep course.
Yes, so do have a small doubt. As I said earlier, the exam is divided into four different periods, like from January to March and something like that, right?
Yeah.
So if
Mhm.
I take the exam in the March month, can I, if I, unfortunately, if I did not get passed, can I reschedule my, I mean, like, can I book my exam in the next month, like the following month, April?
What I understand from his question, so if he wrote an exam on March and then again he is able, can he able to write on April, right? So the thing is,
Since that
yeah,
is a yeah,
there is a possibility to write the FE
okay,
exam the next month itself, but the concern you have to look into the slots, okay? If you wanted
yeah,
to write a FE exam, so most probably the slots would be, you have to check 2 months before to picking a particular date. Okay, otherwise you won't get a slots. Why? Because this is a limited test center. So I'm not sure which state you are in, but if you haven't checked before, suppose if you wanted to write in April, you have to schedule it. You have to check the slots now itself. So it's almost like 1 month ahead we have to see. But if you have a slots, then definitely you could go ahead and again register for a one more exam after once you completed this March exam. Then you can spontaneously you can do it in April. But there is a slot 3 times only you could write for a per year, if I'm not wrong. So the
Yeah.
make sure you have to schedule in that way.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because when I was scheduling for my PE exam, I wasn't able to get the appointment for like 2 or 3 months, and I have to schedule that even in another state, which I'm not even living there. So I had to travel there and then give the exam. So you should be in a position to plan all of these things way ahead if you're trying to give the exam, whether it be FE or PE.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh,
that's all.
yeah, that's hard actually. But if you are
Yeah,
taking a PE exam sake of availability, that's hard. So because we
yeah,
have to, but FE we can write anywhere in the United States among the 50 states. But while going for a PE, you have to choose a particular state where you are going to keep your family. Or I mean, that's what I used to think. If you are in Texas, okay, so try right in Texas. But if you are in Louisiana, so if you feel that okay, maybe after down the road after 5 years or 6 years, I wanted to shift it to California or New York or Texas, you could go and write the exam there so that you are value in that particular state. Is there anyone who are doing masters here? Can anyone, if you are in masters, can you raise your hand if you don't mind? Just to see who are doing in masters, guys. If you don't mind, can you raise your hand if you are from masters here in USA, or are you working professional by any chance, or what's your state? Okay, so Mark and Sri Teja. So hi, Sri Teja. Are you a master student or a working professional?
Yeah, I have just recently completed my master's, and I have worked as a CMT technician in Louisiana and New
Oh,
Orleans.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
nice.
nice. And Vinit also working there in Louisiana. So
yeah, I worked in New
good to.
Orleans, and I moved back to Houston and worked as a home inspector and roof
Nice.
inspector for a while. Yeah,
So you
and
have
Okay.
all of those intern experiences, or
yeah, I have hands-on experience, but I need New Mexico as a in highway
oh,
engineering. So for that, I have to
Oh,
clear this FE exam. So I have
oh,
I mean, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that's the another thing. Like if you're a student, try to give it. This is the right
Mhm.
time, because that helps you to get the intern experiences, or get the internship opportunities, or get the full time opportunities. And if you're
Yeah.
working professional, then yeah, this is the right time again to give, or to update yourself, or get another open to another good opportunities, and you'll feel so confident after giving FE exam or PE exam. In my case, after giving my PE exam, I felt so confident, even with working
Mhm.
my colleagues at the office. You feel like you know something whenever you're talking to other people, and they value your words as well. So try to give these exams as soon as you can, because you
Sure,
don't want
sure.
to go back to all of these and then study again. So it will be
Yeah,
difficult. If you just
yeah,
finished your masters, or if you're still in your masters, this is the perfect time to give the exam.
and that is a perfect time for you to revise the concepts also while you are studying. But when you are working, so your way of learning things will be narrowed down. So in that case, you can't explore more things. But while you are studying, when you are doing some kind of you are brainstorming all the formulas and every time for your masters, then again brainstorming for this FE exam easily for you to easily get the concepts and giving a chance. If you haven't gave any chance yet, so go ahead and give a chance. Try to understand how complex it is. It's okay. No one can care about how many times you wrote the FE exam. They do care about you got the FE exam or not. That is the only the thing. Okay, you can write 10 times also. It's fine, but the only the thing you have to invest some money. But from that case, so I would always suggest the people, if you are writing the FE exam, if you are thinking to write FE exam, so don't lag yourself. Just take a short course Okay, so just 2 months of short course, and give a shot in first after 2 months, and again try to understand, okay, where I am in weak and which subject is taking my most of time and where I am getting less marks. Then based on that you can then maybe the next time you don't need a 2 months of preparation. Maybe 1 month is enough for you to identify your backlogs and going back and fixing all of them and giving a chance. Yeah, it would work. One of our student did the same thing and he got his FE exam in just 1 month after his first attempt. So that is how it is. So that's what I wanted to convey. Yeah. So I have seen that there is a Naveen. Hey, hi Naveen. Guys, feel that this is just an interactive session. It's not like something we are pushing towards the FE, but it's all about you have to decide when to take it. But we are here to help you. If you need any information, we are here to help you. That information, if you feel that okay, so I'm enough with I gain all the information which I need, I wanted to move forward. Yeah, you can go ahead and start your preparation. And if you need you can also write the self. You can also start your self preparation. But we are here to help you if your lack of self preparation. Vinit is the excellent instructor in our FE exam. So he's covering almost all 6 subjects in FE in crash course. He almost covered a six to seven subjects, and there is another person, and there is a two more people who already qualified the FE exam. So and the who are qualified Indian gate exam and who did the masters and who cracked the toughest exams in India. There's one instructor. His name is Vardhan. And so Madhav, he's working as a structural engineer, and he also qualified a EIT, and now he's preparing for a PE exam. We do have a qualified people. They are here to help you and help you to short down the concepts and keeping those that kind of formulas in your memory. But even you don't need to remember the formulas. You do have a handbook, how you can use the handbook effectively. Those kind of the tips and tricks we are going to share in this particular courses. Yeah. Hey, Naveen, are you a master student or working?
Oh no, I'm currently working.
Oh, okay, okay. Where are you working and what kind of work you are doing?
I'm working in Wisconsin like a assistant project manager.
Oh, that's nice. Are
Yeah.
you looking for a FE exam, or is there any constraints from your company, or do you want to get this thing maybe anyway? What kind of
Yeah.
thinking you have?
Yeah, I enrolled in our course and I'm watching the
Mm-hmm.
recording sections and I'm
Mm.
planning to get means I recently placed in this company, so I want to take some time and then I need to do with this.
Yeah, that's good. And thanks for joining again and listening our Vinith lectures. And yeah, so hope you had all the practice tests and everything, right?
Yeah, I have, but I did not take it.
Okay.
I'm planning to take them. Yeah.
Go ahead and just explore those practice tests. That would be really helpful for you if you are looking for a quiz. Free quizzes also we do have. So hey, Vinit, we'll show them how to access the free quizzes. If you don't mind, can you open www.bhavanamc2c.com/fe? Sivet, do you have that up? I'm just typing in a chat box so that people could enroll.
www.bhavanamc2c.
Yeah. Click on type bhavanamc2c.com/fe/fe. Yeah, I typed it in the chat box. So if you guys, the purpose we are also offering a free quiz practice problems. So each subject you will get a 15 practice problems in our website. If you go ahead and enroll for that, you will get. So yeah. So yeah, thanks Vinit. And if you go down, so if you need any information, you can watch it, and you can watch this video in order to understand. So yeah, if you go down, if you don't mind, can you minimize this particular Zoom one, or else? Yeah. I think you can click on that. Yeah, got. Okay, if you go down, so these are the people who achieved our FE exam. Okay, so you can see the people who they just joined for a batch 1 or batch 2, and they successfully got this. And most of the people are working in the industry right now. So if you go down here, you can see some things, and these people are our proud instructors. You can see their designations and what they are doing, and already they qualified the FE exam. You can verify wherever you need. That last guy is the Vinit, who explained you all the process till now. So if you go to the next one, if you go down, yeah, you can see some of the prices. Go down. Yep, there you go. So enroll for a free 300 real-time FE practice problems. You can go ahead and just try to see how complex it is. And we also kept the practice problems, in however the NCS is providing. Okay. So however the NCS exam pattern, we followed the same thing. If you solve these 15 problems per subject, then you will definitely see yourself as a confident person. And also, if you need a more, and if you are lacking attempting these sessions, that means that you need some kind of nurturing, like you have to enroll some kind of concept learning course, like however we are doing from batch 7. If you join that batch 7, so you can, after that again, you go back and test these example problems, all the practice problems, then you could see how easy it is by attempting it. By doing this thing for the next 3 months, then definitely after 3 months, you will definitely get it. Get your FE. And if you are lacking anywhere, or if you need, again, if you are feeling any subjects are hard, even after attempting one session or one exam, if again you need some kind of access for your recorded sessions or anything, we are happy to help you. But there might be some other charges they used to charge. But all the practice problems and those kind of things will definitely give you access for you to practice again and again. So that sort of things, we are always here to help you, for you to achieve this particular FE. That's what we are trying to do it here. Yeah. So hope
Yeah.
Naveen. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Good. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
no, just to add. So regarding this 300 plus questions, whatever the free questions that Bhavanams is offering, I had a conversation with these people when I started with Bhavanams. Like, I was shocked with looking at all of these free questions that they provide. So we had a conversation about this, and I don't have any of these when I was preparing for my exam. Like, I wasn't able to get any of the free tests or free questions of this amount to practice for free. So yeah, like Srinivas was telling me at that time, yeah, like we wanted to help students.
Yeah,
So
we are here to help them, not to
yeah,
by giving at least a free kind of practice problems. That's enough for some people. Okay, so
yeah,
even
that's
some
enough.
people who pass this FE exam, they are coming back and telling that, hey, whatever the free test 300 problems you are offered me, those are enough for me to achieve this FE exam. Thank you so much. When they are
Yeah,
telling that, that's what I wanted to hear. That's why I challenged Vinit, and we provided a free access. And Vinit also liked this, and we are offering it, and people are using it. That's good. And if they are lacking, some people, what they did, so they thought that this free practice problems is definitely sufficient for them. When they're solving it, and they realize that, okay, I need to understand these formulas and the concept behind the formula in order to apply in that particular duration in the exam. So then they come back and asked us, hey, can I get a session course access? So in that case, they paid and they joined the batch 6 and the batch 4. Those batches that they joined the live batches. Some people, they don't have enough time for them to attend the live sessions. They used to join for a recorded session. The recorded sessions are flexible, and you can enroll anytime. You can watch anytime you want and anywhere you want, and you will get both mobile access and the laptop access, the website access, so you could easily get these things done. So yeah, these things will definitely help you. However, these things already help to our students. So these things will help you to achieve what you wanted to achieve.
and again, if you're like a working professional, then please try to take one of the prep courses, because that will definitely help you save a lot of time and stress. Because like I did self-study for my FE exam because I was still in college. I was able to recollect what I was trying to study, and I got enough time at that time, but I was just in my third semester. So I still have one more semester to try or to make another attempt. So that's the reason why I chose self-study at that moment. But for my PE exam, where I was just working from 8 to 5, and yeah, I can't do it without some sort of preparation. So I took a prep course, I enrolled for the prep course, and yeah, that made my life so easy for my PE exam. I was able to sit 2 or 3 hours, but if you're self-studying, then out of those 3 hours you strictly sat on that particular day, like you waste 1 hour or 1.5 hours just looking at the formulas or just looking at the syllabus and where each and every formula is located in the handbook. So that kind of time will be saved if you take some sort of prep course. So yeah, we highly encourage you guys to take some sort of prep course, and that will help you save a lot of time.
And the one other thing I wanted to add you, so many people are reaching out to us and asking them need help on scheduling this exam. So we are happy to help you. Even you don't need to enroll for any course or anything. I'm always telling you that we are here to help you. So we can help you to schedule your exam. And if you don't know how to schedule it, you can reach out to our team, and they are happy to help you, and they will happy to show you whatever the resources we have, and the free resources, and some kind of some, there is a handbook to 10.5. Right now it is a 10.5, is a recently released by NCEES portal. So we are happy to provide you that for your reference, and we are happy to provide you the syllabus, and you will get it anyway. But if you have any sort of issues while you are enrolling for a exam, please do let our team know about that. So we are happy to guide you through step-by-step process for scheduling a refi exam. Do you have any particular questions? Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask here. We are here to address all your questions.
Yes, I have a small doubt. Like, I did
Yeah.
my master's in Masters of Science in Technology Management. But back in India, I
Mhm.
did my diploma and engineering in civil background. But
Mhm.
here in as per USSI guidelines, I do can only do like precise roles like project manager, assistant project manager, and like a project coordinator and construction coordinator to be the OPT safe. To be OPT safe. So, so can I go to the design side, like civil engineer side, with these master's degree?
Okay, Sai Krishna, sorry. There is a possibility you can definitely do that. Why? Because why I am so confident about my words. So there is a people, we do have a people in our network who did IT, information technology, in their masters, but they did their diploma and bachelor's in India in civil engineering, but they came here and they did IT in a business analytics and IT courses. Still they turn into the designing side or a drafting side or a management side. If you have a strong commitment, okay, these, yeah, definitely and also whatever the degree you did, whatever the masters you did, that is almost related to the management or construction management or even the civil engineering related. That's nothing worry, okay. Always ultimately the companies, there is a two things. So either company has to trust you. If the company trust you, and if the company gave you opportunity, they are confident to, if you got any RFI, they would defend that RFI. So they can confidently say that he's the right person. And also, I never and ever heard any sort of these kind of RFIs in our student network. Okay, we do have almost like thousand, 10,000s of student base. So we haven't heard the people who are getting the RFIs if they are in the management side of people who wanted to turn into the design side. Okay, we are confident about it, but don't think too much. Try to find the best company who can offer you that particular job based on your previous masters and bachelor's and diploma, and also showcase your skills also. Okay, if you are a lack of skills, so definitely companies won't trust you. Why? Because they would simply see what type of masters he did. Is that masters relevant to whatever the job I am, whatever the role we have? So if they haven't defined, or if you haven't show the proper projects or kind of excitement towards that particular role, definitely you won't get that opportunity. But what you have to show, you have to show yourself. I did my masters to sake of seeing some other challenges in the different industry. So, but I'm keen to our construction or designing side, these kind of things. That kind of excitement you have to show them. Hope you got it right.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions? Yeah, there is a one internal discussion versus me and among the Stantec employee who is in a manager role. There is many more openings on Stantec. If you can see some of the job opportunities, go ahead and apply. Just go ahead and see the Stantec careers page. I heard so today itself there is a manager of Stantec and told me that they had more vacancies in the USA region. So if anyone have looking for, and you can tell them to visit the careers portal. If you are in a job hunting, I hope at least you can try that particular company, so where you can get more opportunities. Stantec is, by the way, that was amazing company, by the way. I think, Vinit, if we don't have any questions, then we'll wind up. And if they had any questions or any kind of support, they could reach out to our team. I think they will definitely get the WhatsApp number or whatever the WhatsApp number we have shared. You guys reach out to the team and they are happy to help you all sorts of information. And if you wanted to see some particular previous sessions for you to understand how much depth we are covering on the particular subjects, we are happy to give you free access to some of the sessions so that you can verify and then only you can take action. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Vinit.
All right. So thanks everyone for participating in this live webinar about the exam and getting to know about us and what we offer. I wish you all the very best for the students preparing FE exam or the working professionals. So if nobody has anything, we'll see you guys next time, and you all have a good night. Thanks everyone.